We are going to talk about some basics on this course by looking at the two types of debt. Remember to take as many notes as you like. They will be handy when you're doing the multi-choice test at the end of this section. Let's find out why debt gets out of hand, and what to do if it happens to you. And also how to avoid it in the future. The objectives of this first lesson are to recognize the difference between priority and non-priority debt, to be aware of the consequences of non-payment, to learn various ways to cope with debt. To start to do this, we need to look at types of debt, that is priority and non-priority debts. The type of debt, priority or non-priority, is decided by looking at what happens when the debt is not paid. If the consequence of non-payment of the debt would result in losing your home, losing an essential service, or losing your liberty, for example, going to jail, then it is regarded as a priority debt. Please remember, it is not just managing with money who decides which of these debts are priority. You will get the same answer if you ask at Citizens Advice, Welfare Rights, or any debt advice service. So here you have them. It's plain to see. If you fail to make your rent and mortgage payments, you risk losing your home. So clearly these are priority debts. If you were to fall behind in making payments to your gas and electric suppliers, you might be disconnected and lose those essential services. So once again, these are priority debts. Failing to pay some other types of debt can end up with you going to prison. This might occur with council tax, TV license, fines and child maintenance payments. It's not often these situations end up with you going to prison. But these debts are considered as priorities, because going to jail is the final consequence. Let's take a non-priority credit card debt as an example. You may tell them that you can't afford to pay them because you have your rent to pay. They may say the rent is not as important as the payment to them. They shouldn't be saying this, but when you owe money to them, remember the person calling you is doing their job. Unfortunately, at times they will say things to you that aren't 100% true. Never pay a non-priority debt before a priority debt. It's important to remember which are the priority debts. To summarize, and remember to take notes. Here are the priority debts you must try and pay first. Mortgage and rent arrears, council tax, gas and electricity, TV license, child maintenance, court fines. Now we have examples of non-priority debts. Again, please take notes. Bank overdraft and loans, doorstep lenders, payday loans, logbook loans, credit cards, store charge cards, catalog repayments, guarantor loans, other secured loans, telephone, internet, Sky, or any non-essential services, money from family and friends, loan sharks. A word of warning. It has been our experience that some loan sharks can start to harass you if you cannot pay them. In some cases this has escalated to violence. If this happens, you must report them to the police.